Hey everybody, here we go. Foxhill VMXdN. It's day one of the racing. As you can see, the atmosphere is really starting to build behind me. The teams are getting ready. Todd Kellett back there just getting ready to go out. We thought we'd just show you the vibe here in the paddock. This is the A paddock. This is where all the Wrights engineering teams are going to be. They're getting ready to go out. We are going to get people like Brian Wheeler making the most of it. We got the media team behind us. We got some of the riders now going practice. That we've had a bit of rain overnight, which has made the track absolutely on point. So the vibe here, hopefully the sun will come out later, but if it doesn't, no worries, because nobody cares. This event is all about capturing the vibe of the 90s. It is absolutely given a shot in the motocross. If anybody tells me that British motocross is dead, come to this event and you'll have a different opinion. So we come from there. This is now into like the main arena. Just over there last night, the beer tent was kicking. The band absolutely rocked it. It was unbelievable. This is where we've got all the food stalls. We've got the track to the right. We'll show you that in a minute. You'll see as we pan around in a minute that Wobbs is there with all his bikes, with all the American riders. We've got Yamaha here showing the new models, and of course the anniversary 50 model. There's bikes everywhere of all description. It's absolutely bonkers. We are only at about 8:30 this morning now, and already it's starting to, you can feel it. It's palpable. The vibe is something else. Just the queue out on the road, people getting in. It's amazing. It really is. Let's pan around a bit. We'll sign off by showing you the actual track. This is going to be absolutely rammed in about an hour or so's time. And of course, we've got the new viewing veranda around the bottom. There it is in all its glory, Foxhill Motor Park. Both sides of that valley, like the glory days, are going to be absolutely stacked out over 2 days. And you're going to get to see it all on DirtWorld-TV, live, uninterrupted coverage, both days, with me, Stuart Flockhart, Ben Rumbold. So just enjoy the action. Shame that you couldn't make it, but make sure you make it out next year. Morning everybody, welcome to DirtWorld-TV. Thanks for tuning in. You can obviously, and you hopefully are watching us on either YouTube or Facebook. 2 days of live uninterrupted coverage of the VMXdN here at Foxhill. My name's Jeff Barrett. Sat alongside me over the next 2 days is Ben Rumbold and Stuart Flockhart. Guys, big smile on Ben's face. You could see this. Ben has probably got the biggest grin I've seen. Yeah. You're buzzing for it, Ben, just a little insight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, been here since Thursday. Yeah, hi, morning everybody. Hope you're all good. And yeah, looking forward to a fantastic weekend of racing here at Foxhill. The VMXdN event was absolutely incredible last year. Wonderful atmosphere, wonderful racing. And yeah, I was one of those that was a little bit skeptical about older guys and older bikes going around this circuit, which is known for being savage, unforgiving, incredibly steep, just dramatic topography all the way around the place. But yeah, they blew me away last year with the atmosphere. I could hear the air horns, and it gave me goosebumps and memories of years gone by as a teenager. So yeah, I'm firmly entrenched in the present and the future. But this weekend, absolutely no problem dipping back to the 1990s and yeah, enjoying this incredible atmosphere this weekend. Stuart, you're joining us, and this is your first time here, I believe. Yeah, how are you feeling with it so far? And not even any wheels turned properly yet in anger, but yeah, how's it been for you so far, this experience?
Yeah, thank you, Ben. It's a long time since I've actually visited the Foxhill circuit. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it down here to the great event last year, but it was so good. I'm so happy to be a part of it right now, and it's awesome to hear all those two strokes. You know, the smell as well.
The smell is the best. It really is.
Yeah, the sound, the smell. Just like, Jeff, exactly what you said. Well, in fact, the atmosphere here and the crowd participation is just incredible. I think last time I was here was 2005, riding the track myself, but yeah, I was here in the 90s watching the Grand Prix, so brings back great memories.
It does indeed, and that's what Dave King, Doc Wobbs completely tapped into. You know, we came here last year, it was the first time, and in pretty much 1 year, obviously, it's grown so quick in 1 year. I don't mean the actual magnitude and size of the event when you're here, the build-up, just the anticipation throughout the year. Yep. You know, people will already be thinking about what bike they're potentially going to go and buy next year, and they've got a whole year to, you know, like prep it, get it looking right, you know, get everything done about it, and that's what makes it so incredible. It's not just an event. It's
serving memories. It's taking you back to a moment. And the other thing that I was really impressed with when I was walking around yesterday is the amount of actually kids there are here as well. Like the next generation of British motocross riders, saw plenty of them walking about and asked them, we're talking like kids, literally in their teens, and said, what do you think of it? And they were buzzing, and they were buying into the whole kind of 90s vibe. I mean, they weren't even born.
Yeah.
So it is I don't mind going out on a limb and say it is the event of the year. There's no question about that.
Yeah, massively looking forward to it there. Sorry, Stuart, but yeah, the one thing that impresses me the most is how much effort everybody puts into it. It is a 2-day event. At the end of the day, it's 2 days out of 365 of the year, but it feels like they've been working for the other 363 just for these 2 days. The money, the investment, the time, the work, the special kit, the decals on the bikes, the preparation of the bikes themselves is not to be underestimated. And yeah, it's just wonderful to see the effort going into something like this, and it shows in the show itself for sure.
Well, there we go. We could talk about yesterday's show and shine. I really love
those
bikes. I mean, yeah, like you say, the detail, the effort. I mean, there's so many cool bikes, such awesome parts. It's cool to see how many have gone to the efforts to recover these special parts. Unobtainium, but apparently not, because there's plenty of it out there.
If you actually stop to consider Thursday, okay, like we opened the gates at midday on Thursday. The amount of people that were here, like getting them in and whatever, by Thursday afternoon, like we're still 2 days off of any wheels being turned, or bikes being started. And we probably had more people here on Thursday that we've seen a lot of the UK events throughout the year.
Yeah.
We're like 2 days away from even starting. So this crowd's just going to swell throughout the day.
Yep.
We've still got more people to come in that have just bought weekend tickets as spectators. They are still flooding into this venue right now. As we are live right now, there's still people queuing up to get in. It's going to be absolutely epic. Ben, just give us a rundown. Obviously, we got the program and stuff in front of us. Let's just tell you how this is going to happen today and what races you're expected to see. So, you are currently watching practice, by the way. We are winding that down. Well, I think we're on the Super Evo 125. We've got the International VMXdN race practice and qualifying coming out next, so we'll be able to give you a little insight to that. Then we've got the Super Evo, and then we're going straight into racing, okay, guys? So what you're seeing at the minute is just practice and qualifying. Ben, I said, you're always bang on it. You're bang up to speed with writing in your result sheets as you're going. Obviously, last year was epic.
Yeah.
Certain names and riders to look out for. Let's start. I mean, we're going to be talking about the International VMXdN race in a minute. But just some notable names that you can expect to see on your viewing pleasure today.
Yeah, massively. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, I am your motocross nerd, and I can be relied on to find the stats. We hope.
Nerd.
I'll do my best, but yeah.
We didn't call him that. He called himself it.
But yeah, like I say, we've got the VMXdN team event coming up, and yeah, like I say, Zach Osborne, Mike Brown, Tommy Searle, reigning British champion. That's the sort of level that we're at here. Brad Anderson, of course, always a massive mainstay of this event. Mel Pocock. Then you've got the Irish team, Gordon Crockard, Graham Irwin. And although he's South African, he's got Irish blood there. Neville Bradshaw is going to be out in that one. Jake Nichols. The names keep on coming. Team Rest of the World amazes me. We've got Yoshitaka Atsuta, the Japanese rider. They're coming from far and wide. Evgeny Bobryshev is there. And, of course, then you've got the Scottish Jesus, Billy McKenzie there from your neck of the woods, Stuart, who has been really the fuel behind the fire of the banter this weekend.
Yeah.
But saying that, some of the other riders we've seen have been really properly laying into each other. Again, we've got people from Latvia, Matis Caro. The Isle of Man team, Dave Knight, Danny McCanny, Enduro Stars also wanting a slice of this action here. Beach Race Master Todd Kellett is out in the other team race, the Wright Engineering team race, which is a fantastic addition to this weekend's action. And we've got special guests in the over 50s class. We've got the likes of Joachim Karlsson, former British champion, 3-time World 125 champion Alessio Chiodi is here. Kiko, the hairiest little Italian I've ever seen, without a beard. So, but bizarrely, how could he be so hairy and yet not have a beard? I don't really get that, but yeah.
He has run effectively every style of beard you could ever have, man, just so
yeah, maybe he's just bored of it. Like, yeah, perhaps it's going grey and he's just gotten rid of it. Who knows? But yeah, obviously you've got mainstays like Brian Wheeler, Matt Bates, people like that, all getting stuck into it. Keith Johnson from the States, Doug Dubac, of course. There wouldn't be a VMXdN without Doug Dubac. It just wouldn't feel right. So yeah, a massive. The names keep on coming in each class, and it really is a massive cast of stars here that we're going to enjoy seeing.
Stu? So you sat here, you haven't raced in a long while, you know, all that kind of stuff. Are you getting twitchy sat here? Are you watching it? Thinking, I'm not. I'm past that, as I said. I've got no urge to be out there, as great as it was in the heyday. What about yourself, sat here? Are you thinking,
Well,
why am I sat here? I could be out there. You know,
well, there was plenty
whipping
of
up the crowd.
contact. Yeah, thank you, Jeff. There was plenty of contact amongst the Scottish team, and just a little statistic for you. Myself and Billy McKenzie and Brian McKenzie, we all actually came from the same village on the east coast, just down from Edinburgh, Long Nidri. So we grew up together. I'm the oldest out of that three, so I would sometimes take those two practicing with me. And so there was a discussion early on about would it be possible to put the three of us in a team together, all coming from the same village, and the fact that we're all from that same village, including my brother, 4 of us managed to get to World Championship Grand Prix level. And yes, I've got a 450 at home. I do still ride with my son Troy. We've got our own practice track, so I don't know, I just didn't quite a little bit like I could compare with Ryan Villapoto right now. He copped out at the last minute, and I copped out early on, I must say. I enjoy riding, I particularly, like you asked, Jeff, I love this Foxhill circuit. I had some great results here myself in the past. But no, I just didn't feel like I was in a position to race. But I'm very happy to be along beside you two and in the commentary booth. So, yeah, great track, do like it, and just really enjoying it so far. I had a little walk around before we came on air, and yeah, great memories here. But I'm feeling quite comfortable sat in the booth right now.
Well, look, yesterday we went around and done a lot of pre-recorded stuff, so we're going to show you that throughout the day.
Yep.
Also, just to tell you viewers at home what's going to happen, there are 3 of us in the booth, but what we're going to do throughout the day, it's such an active and busy event, we are going to try and slope off every so often. One of us will leave the booth. We're going to fight through the traffic in our little mule, because it's absolutely heaving over this side where the TV truck is, to get over to the paddock and try and get little snippets of what's happening over there throughout the day, bring them back, quickly throw them out on the live stream. So we're not going to go live as such over there, but we're going to get as much of the vibe, what's going on, and try and get the backstories throughout the day. Let's just say, for example, one of the first races, the International VMXdN races, epic, and there's some bar banging stuff. We'll be straight over there to talk to the riders that have been clashing bars, and then try and get the lowdown on what's happening. So plenty of that going on. Of course, we've also got some incredible sponsorship partners that have made this happen. So we've got to thank the likes of Oakley, Bell, Seven, Fly, Moto, all these guys, RFX, that have made this live stream happen. But it doesn't just make it happen. That means you get to view it for nothing. That's the point here. You're not paying for this. Please remember that. You know, that's the point. We're not asking you for a subscription. You're going to get uninterrupted right from the first race to the end race, hopefully, free to view. So if you like it, say so. Don't hold back on that. You can see us on the TV there. Just follow all the social media tags to stay up to speed with what we're doing with Dirt World. And as we said, for us 3, this is an amazing event, and to be calling it is absolutely an honour. And if it was anything like last year, Ben, even if it was half as good as last year, I'm on about the actual racing itself.
Yes.
Let's just channel in
for
on
sure.
that.
Yeah.
But never mind the vibe of the event and all that stuff. The racing last year was as good as you're going to see. They were at it.
Yeah.
All classes.
Yeah, they don't mess. The old competitive streak. I mean, obviously, yeah, a lot of them have retired from racing. Some people like Brian Wheeler just simply never stopped to get on riding and riding. But yeah, the old competitive instincts are still there. They'll still take lumps out of each other if they can. And yeah, even yesterday we saw the 2 teammates, Tommy Searle and Mel Pocock, giving each other banter, really genuinely worried about each other's performance, which I thought was great. It's like, you're on the same team, guys. Yeah. You know, you pull it together. But yeah, it was. They still want to beat each other. That's the main thing. It's very difficult to shake that individual sport competitiveness from any motocross racer, I think. But yeah, it's certainly going to be an amazing action. Like we said earlier, we've got 9 races to go for the weekend. We're going to run through some blocks with you very soon. So yeah, the international VMXdN riders are going to be out soon. So that's the stars like Tommy Searle and Mel Pocock, and yeah, the American team is Zach Osborne. Tyler Bowers, the late replacement for Ryan Villapoto, but riding a big KX500, the Bear as he's known, or the bike is known as the Unit. I've seen that's quite a great, and I think it certainly is, these KX500s around Foxhill, and of course, yeah, the amazing over 50-year-old now Mike Brown, who can throw any bike around any circuit such as this. So that's the practice session that's going to be coming up. But that is race 8 out of the 9 race block. So yeah, we've got Evo, the various Evo categories. You've got Evo, which is 1989 or older, Evo Plus, which is 1990 to 96. No, sorry, that's Evo Open, my mistake. No, I got that wrong. Oh, I'm getting this wrong already. Right, no, Super Evo is 1990 to 96, Evo Plus is 97 to 02, and Evo Ultra is 03 to 08. And there are various age categories as well through the day. So, yeah, we'll run it through with you as best we can. And, yeah, the 9-race block, the second race of the block is the Wright Engineering National Race, which features most of the main British Championship riders that are able to get here for this weekend. So that'd be great to see the modern stars on 20-year-old two-strokes ripping around Foxhill. But yeah, the big star of the show is the International VMXdN team race, which is their race 8 out of the 9. So yeah, we'll keep you posted, we'll get you updated and go from there through the day.
Nice one, Ben. We've got loads going on, as we said, but plenty to get through, plenty of racing. We're not even started racing yet. We're still in the qualifying process. We're going to come back to it in a minute. We're going to go to some ads now, take a breather, get reset here. Again, appreciate the adverts, because without these adverts, you wouldn't be watching it for free. And get behind some of these brands. If you start buying some of these brand products, then maybe they'll invest more in the live stream and we can make it better. So we're going to go to a quick ad break. When we come back, we've got some pre-recorded stuff from yesterday, talking to teams and riders, so we'll roll some of that. Go and get the kettle on, people. It's going to be a long day. Talking of which, somebody needs to bring me a bacon sandwich. So we're going to go to a quick ad break. We'll be back as soon as we can with more action here from the VMXdN at Foxhill 2023.
Hey everybody, here we go. Foxhill VMXdN. It's day one of the racing. As you can see, the atmosphere is really starting to build behind me. The teams are getting ready. Todd Kellett back there just getting ready to go out. We thought we'd just show you the vibe here in the paddock. This is the A paddock. This is where all the Wrights engineering teams are going to be. They're getting ready to go out. We are going to get people like Brian Wheeler making the most of it. We got the media team behind us. We got some of the riders now going down for practice. That we've had a bit of rain overnight, which has made the track absolutely on point. So the vibe here, hopefully the sun will come out later, but if it doesn't, no worries, because nobody cares. This event is all about capturing the vibe of the 90s. It is absolutely giving a shot in the arm to British motocross. If anybody tells me that British motocross is dead, come to this event and you'll have a different opinion. So we come from there. This is now into like the main arena. Just over there last night, the beer tent was kicking. The band absolutely rocked it. It was unbelievable. This is where we've got all the food stalls. We've got the track to the right. We'll show you that in a minute. You'll see as we pan around in a minute that Wobbs is there with all his bikes, with all the American riders. We've got Yamaha here showing the new models, and of course the anniversary 50 model. There's bikes everywhere of all description. It's absolutely bonkers. We are only at about 8:30 this morning now, and already it's starting to, you can feel it. It's palpable. The vibe is something else. Just the queue out on the road, people getting in. It's amazing. It really is. Let's pan around a bit. We'll sign off by showing you the actual track. This is going to be absolutely rammed in about an hour or so's time. And of course, we've got the new viewing veranda around the bottom. There it is in all its glory. Foxhill Motor Park. Both sides of that valley, like the glory days, are going to be absolutely stacked out over 2 days. And you're going to get to see it all on DirtWorld-TV, live, uninterrupted coverage, both days, with me, Stuart Flockhart, Ben Rumbold. So just enjoy the action. Shame that you couldn't make it, but make sure you make it out next year.
Okay then guys, yep, so thanks for all the sponsors again for helping us out. Really could not do this without them, and yet at the moment we're seeing the International VMXdN Team Race boys out there on track, and yeah, it's a case of guess who is fastest, and it's Mike Brown. So yeah, the old boys showing the young guns how it is at the moment, but yeah, they're still getting into the track, of course, and Mike is probably more used to these two-stroke machines than most of his competition here. So yeah, Tommy Searle is currently lying second in the timings here, but they are starting to come through now properly. Yes, Mr. Bobryshev is out there, the Russian. Obviously, can't really talk about his country, can we? So yeah, he's in the rest of the world team, which is entirely suitable. I mean, Bobryshev himself has said to me that yeah, he hasn't lived in the country we cannot mention for a good 10 to 15 years, but yeah, he's now out there as the fastest rider right now, but still they're still getting around and learning the track there. Just 0.3 of a second behind Bobryshev is Mel Pocock, who has been riding in the British Championship this year as a stand-in for an injured rider in the GTCI Revio Kawasaki team. He's been getting some great starts and rode very well here in the MX2 class at the British Championship round. In fact, I have it on good authority that he clobbered, should we say, was the word used, the likely to be MX2 British champion Isaac Gifting. So yeah, Mel Pocock not shy of a bit of contact, as we all know, but yeah, second at the moment in the time practices, Mel Pocock. Elliot Banks-Brown actually won that MX2 moto here in May, and yeah, wonderful to see Elliot riding so well this season. The veteran, he's up there in the third, riding for SC Sport Homes Husqvarna in the British Championship, but yeah, he's out there now riding for not the British team. Elliot is out there riding race number 25 for Team Mercia with his teammates Luke Burton and Josh Spinks. So yeah, it's a nice strong team there for Team Mercia. Elliot Banks-Brown, yeah, third, like I say. Billy McKenzie's showing up there in 4th place right now, so that's good. And then Banks Brown's teammate Josh Spinks is there in 5th. So yeah, Billy Mack has been absolutely brilliant on the social channels there. So if you can, please hunt down some of Billy McKenzie's social media content from the last week or two, because he's been laying into some of his competition here, calling himself obviously the Scottish Jesus. That's quite an old one apparently, but yeah, he's been laying into the likes of Brad Anderson and Mike Brown, just telling Mike that he's too old basically is the one. But then Mike Brown replied nicely with, "You're washed up, boy," and it's been brilliant to watch all of that. But yeah, he's Billy's putting it where his mouth is, because he's there in 4th at the moment, so that's looking good. Gordon Crockard 6th as well. Good to see old Gordon back on case there. Then anytime the Grand Prix winner from years gone by. And then Tyler Bowers actually showing as the top showing as the top American at the moment, currently in 8th place, but they're still getting around, Jeff. They're still learning it.
Here be rapid, no doubt about it. And Tyler is he's like the American equivalent of a bulldog. He is a burly, strong, aggressive individual. We actually spoke to Tyler this morning, did a quick interview with him. We're going to throw that up later on. You can get his take on. We're going to be speaking to a load of riders throughout the day, so don't worry. Talking of which, let's get one of the first of our team profiles out there. I was fortunate enough. I think I'm fortunate.
Yeah, you're fortunate. Yes, you are. I saw the response from the teams. You're a fortunate boy, Mr. Perry. Don't ever not believe it.
I'm fortunate enough to know the guys very well at the Stolen BMX brand. Good friend of mine, Anthony Rethel. But I also have been very pally down the years and worked with the likes of Dylan Woodcock, Todd Kellett, and Christian Watley. And that is the exact lineup that Anthony Rethel at Stolen brand BMX has put together. They've put an amazing effort into coming out swinging for the first time as a team in this Wrights engineering race. They are gunning for the #1 spot. It's a formidable team. So this is a little insight of what they're doing and the level of professionalism they brought into it. But at the same time, they've also been having a very, very good time already. It's a great team over there, a lot of good team banter. So this is an insight at Team Stolen. Okay, here we are in the Stolen Yamaha team. That doesn't mean the bikes have been pinched, by the way. That is the brand name of Stolen Bikes BMX, who's sponsoring this team and getting behind the team. These guys are going to be in the Wrights engineering race, and I've got to say, it's a pretty formidable line. Rethel at the helm. Let's start over here. Rider number 10, Dylan Woodcock. Woody, looking the part. Look at him. He's already feeling it. Different kind of thing this weekend. You're riding some old school bikes. You've had a shot on it already. What's it like riding a bike of my generation?
It's the bollocks. No, it's good. It's good. I'm loving it. Been loving the two-stroke at the minute. I've been riding the two-stroke a little bit, so it's good. He was there when we tried them, and he told me to take it easier for a few laps. I went flat out straight away, so it was good fun. I'm excited. There's loads of people been here since Thursday. It's Friday now, so yeah, I'm well excited. I
mean, over the last couple of years, you've ridden some massive events. You know, you've ridden the Monster Cup. We went and did that together. You've now ridden AMA. You've ridden GPs. What's this like compared with it?
Probably one of the biggest events I've done in England. I can't lie. There's so many, like, I wouldn't say old people, but it's like old people coming out of the woodworks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people that you've not seen since I've been on 50s and stuff like that. So brings a lot of people out of the woodworks, and a lot of new and old people come out. Yeah. So it's good. It's great. It's a good atmosphere, and I'm surprised I didn't do it last year, if I'm honest.
Oh, mate, we're looking forward to this. You're in a stacked out class. It's going to be, I mean, just even you three alone racing.
I'm going to have it, 100%. I'm going to have it.
Yeah, you heard it. He's gonna have it. By the way, drop the H. He's not gonna have it. He's gonna have it. You drop the H. That's serious talk. Let's move round to this guy knows a thing or two as well about riding and winning championships. Number 11 on the plate, Christian Watley. What's good. Dragged out of retirement by the old team manager, roped into this rabble. How are you finding it so far?
Mate, loving it. Yeah. It's been a bit hard work, really, coming from work and everything, going back over the road to us to do a bit of mechanics, to do a bit of this and a bit of everything, and then getting home until like 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. Do you know what I mean? And
you got an understand. I thought you had an understanding boss, but he's still working you, right?
I see. He never stops, does he? Never stops. But yeah, he's good. He's hard on us, but obviously it's worked.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, and the bikes come together really well.
I mean, you wrapped up your career pretty much, like, towards the end of it, the only rider in the UK to win all 3 of the big championships in 1 year.
Yeah.
And you obviously gone away. You're not riding. You ride a bit, but you don't race anymore. So,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about getting back into a competitive race?
To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I know how well I am riding at the minute, and
Yeah.
I don't ride too much. I've probably done 4 races this year, 4 meetings, and I still feel good.
Yeah.
I've put on a bit of timber, but I think that's
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Yeah, sorry mate, but I think that's for the better for me. But overall, I am pretty
Yeah.
excited and ecstatic to race.
It's good stuff. Do you know, he's even trimmed his beard. Made a full effort.
Don't normally.
No, normally. Let's move on down then to the third rider on the team. And again, a rider of considerable note, bit of a name, you won't mind me saying that. Multiple Western Beach Race winner, Le Touquet, the big one. He finally got it done, beach race winner, Todd Kellett. Todd, a different... Well, not different because you started in motocross, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got the background there, and you rode the Hut Cup at the beginning of the year to good effect.
Good race there.
So you're looking forward to this, no doubt, aren't you?
Yeah, I'd like to have had a bit of more preparation, obviously, but I've been riding a lot, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, well, it's the first time meeting the bike. You know, it's nothing a bit lastminute.com.
Yeah.
But no, the boys have done an incredible job. You know, the
Yeah.
bike looks amazing, so I'm up for it. I'm up for it, definitely.
But we see, the thing is, he plays that down because I've known Todd long enough to know that basically anything with 2 wheels doesn't even need to be motorised. He'll get on it and shred it, right? That's the Kellett way. So don't tell me like within 1 lap you'll be absolutely shredding it.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. You know, it's not too dissimilar to my old two-stroke, which I did a lot on. I rode a two-strokes a lot. And I've been riding, so it'll be all right. It's not going to be a problem.
And it's a cool vibe. And the reason why Anthony Revels put this team together, obviously all 3 of these riders at some point have been sponsored by Revs with stolen BMX brand. So he's pulled you all back together. It's pretty cool vibe, isn't it, amongst all 3 of you?
Yeah, it's like Twisted 7 all over again.
Yeah, and of course you're riding for Yamaha now. You know you're contracted to do all the beach tour racing and whatever. So it must be cool. It ties in all nicely. Actually being on a brand you can ride and race.
Yeah, it couldn't work any better to come back with Revs and riding with Yamaha. Yeah, it's a dream come true. So when I got the call, I was like, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this definitely. So
it's still be honestly. Like, at the beginning of the year when you raced the Hut Cup, you came straight in and you were there, weren't you? You rode good, mate. You were there like with Conrad and Josh and on it. So.
Yeah, I didn't ride bad that day, and I was out with Conrad not long ago actually riding 450s, and we were it's good to still ride motocross. I mean, I specialise in the beach, but I still enjoy the motocross for sure.
It's a good setup. Like I said, we were good. Now let's move on to the real deal now, the entourage. Let's get team manager in. Let's get him in. And Anthony Revel, owner, proprietor of Stolen Brand, and now motocross team manager. Listen, you're used to putting together people that ride push bikes or whatever, but your heart's always been in motocross. Obviously, a bit of family tie with it. You came and watched it last year. You were a sponsor of the event last year.
I was, Jeff, correct.
But this year, you've gone all in. And it looks like you haven't spared any expense.
No.
I don't want to tell you about how it's hit you in the wallet, but...
Yeah, that is one thing it has definitely done. But no, it's brilliant. The guys are going to have fun tomorrow. And it'd be nice if we could get on the podium.
Yeah.
But you never know. We might do, we might not. But no, apart from that, everything is all good. It's bikes are looking very, very good.
Yeah.
And hopefully tomorrow we can have a good day.
Now, honestly, how much of a headache are putting these bikes together giving you?
Oh, a migraine. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very, very difficult. From engines, we've virtually got brand new engines.
Yeah.
Everything is virtually brand new. But yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than what it was, but no, definitely not easy.
And as we're getting now to race time, I know you want to do well. Obviously, the effort you've put into it, and you've had a good time. But you guys were having a great time yesterday. That's a different video altogether. We won't talk about that. You got into the atmosphere of it straight away. But tomorrow race time, you're doing it to go out there and you want to win this thing. So
definitely, yeah. We want to come tomorrow, and we want to be, like the first practice. We want to make sure that we're in the top sort of. If we can get everyone in the top 6, it would be absolutely brilliant.
Are you listening to that, boys?
To go to the line, to go to the line tomorrow. If all of us can go to the line in the top 6, get on the inside, and I'm sure we can come out of the first turn somewhere handy to make a move on it. But yeah.
It's going to be great. A lot of effort gone in. Just want to come around this way, Charlie. I just want to show you something as well. It's not just, obviously, the team is a lot about riders. This is the entourage. Let's go over to the catering. We kind of wrap it up here. This is a team, a huge effort gone in. That head of security in the corner there. You don't want to mess with Buck Revel. Honestly, he'll hook you out of here if you haven't got a pass. We're lucky to get in here. So this is the whole entourage having a great time. Come on round, mind your feet, because I want to show you the level of effort in having a good time, but also preparing to win. First of all, good time. Charlie, you got to film this. Luckily, one of the entourage owns a pub. So that's hospitality taken care of, but we've got all the sponsors and stuff around here. Keep coming round because I want to show you the setup and effort that they've put into it. There's Todd's bike there. Hopefully this is open, otherwise this isn't going to work. But I think in here, there's just some of the prep, that's all the twin air stuff. These guys have made a huge effort. We're talking almost like British Championship standard. Load of Talon wheels, twin air stuff. I mean, Revs and the crew have put so much effort into this one race. That's the point. You know, these guys don't race a standard championship. They just do this one race. So it's a big deal. So let's go back on round and we'll sign it off. But we said, yeah, just a huge amount of effort. And that's a little overview. You like the effort gone into these guys. So that's the stolen brand Yamaha team. They are going to be definite contenders for the Wrights Engineering Championship race win, whatever you want to call it. So look out for these guys. Numbers 10 to 11, 10 to 12. They'll be absolutely ripping.
Yeah, good times. Good times to be had at Stolen Yamaha.
Absolutely,
Ben.
absolutely. Yeah, they were.
I'm going to just give them a little level of. There's another little story to that, just to show you how much a good time they were having the night before. I'm sure Revs, Anthony Revel, and the guys won't mind me saying this. They were so lathered up that they had to go back to the hotel, but they gave their driver, when they got into the cab, the postcode for the track. So the taxi driver just did one big loop and ended up coming back to the track. By that point, it was so late in the evening they couldn't be bothered. They just ended up staying here.
Superb.
So they basically had nice hotel rooms to go to Thursday. But just
well, this is it. I mean, that does also partially explain the two big empty boxes of Budweiser that were already on the floor when you were doing your look at the van there. So quite amazing. But yeah, I mean, and that's just one team. One team of 3 riders. I mean, they are. I think Todd's doing a couple of races because I mean, sure, obviously, you know, with the race distances he's used to, then just 4 motors of this weekend simply wouldn't be enough. So he is going back to back. In fact, he's in both of our first 2 races coming up. So that's going to have special prep. I'm not sure if it's the same bike or not. I'll have to check on that, but
no, I think he's
different
riding
machine.
Two different bikes. Yeah,
so he's on the Evo Plus, which is coming up. That's bikes from 97 to 2002 with any age of rider. So yeah, Todd is in that one, and then he comes straight back out in the amazing new event that I must be honest, I'm probably looking forward to the most, which is the Wright Engineering National Team Race. Seeing a lot of the newer stars of British motocross out there on 20-year-old two-strokes is going to be great to see. Interesting to see who's going to adapt the best as well, because some riders saying they just jumped on and no problem. Others were saying like, it was a real difficulty. So that's going to be one of the bigger ones there to get hold.
Honestly, just the lineup in that class alone, that is taking it back. Not only are we taking this back to the 90s, we're kind of taking it back to and I hope modern day riders don't take too much offense to this. We're taking it back to a level, the depth of field of talent as well in that Wrights racing race. I mean, you know, you've got a whole bunch of riders there that could very easily just get out front, go, and win the thing. But even down beyond like 15 to 20, there is some serious talent in that race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got a classic bit of, like the old 125 Grand Prix used to be before the age rule kicked in. And I'll say it now, kind of spoiled it for everyone, really. But yeah, you've got an amazing mix of the wise old experience against youthful exuberance. I mean, it's really, you've got Carl Nunn, Christian Watley, Tom Church, Shane Carless. All these guys have been up at World Championship level. And then you've got, Matt Burrows, Jamie Law, and Martin Barr, who's in his mid to late 30s now, but still really fast and riding British Championship level. And he's on a beautiful old Italian style Husqvarna to boot as well. And then you've got the new kids, the young kids, if you like. You've got the likes of Charlie Cole, Carlton Husband, Charlie Heyman has been drafted in as a late replacement for Taylor Hamill. Charlie Heyman was last year's 125 youth champion, so that's how young he is. He still hasn't seen the age of 20 yet. So yeah, he's up there. Jamie Wainwright, who's been right up there at the MX2, MX Nationals. Sam Nunn, Howard Wainwright, Finn Wilson, who was another one who's coming across as a youth rider in the wonderfully named Team Munster Energy. That's the best yet.
I do like any play on words, and that's a belter.
Absolutely. Dylan Woodcock, as we saw, Todd Keller, all these guys are still in their 20s and still racing hard. Tom Grimshaw, one of, I'll be honest with you, one of the guys I get on with the best. I think he's just happy to talk to somebody the same height as him. And so he's cool with that. Brad Todd and that whole Ultimate Wheels Honda team, I mean, they're from my hometown of Gloucester there. They're properly get set up. Jamie Smith, the team manager, doesn't like attention, doesn't like being on camera. He lets the bikes speak for themselves.
He puts a lot of effort, so much effort into that.
And he loves a bit of chrome. So he's got Brad Todd, Louis Kessel, and the American has come across for his team as well. He's got somebody across from originally from Wisconsin, and that is Cody Williams, who we spoke to yesterday. A really nice kid as well. So hopefully, although as he says himself, he's from Wisconsin, where it's more loamy and rutty and deep, and nothing like this, he said, exists in the America. That's what he says now. Nothing like this exists in America anymore. That's what he said to me yesterday.
No, he's probably right. Happy days. I couldn't get it. I couldn't resist to get that in there because obviously that's where that was based, Milwaukee.
Of course,
Fonz and all that. Showing my age yet again.
It's good.
As you can see, let's just show you this. If we can go to it, I'm not sure if we can. There you go. You've got. We're doing it. We're doing it right. 2 checkered flags.
Yep. That's our substitute flagger, isn't it? We had the chat with the checkety shirt.
Alan.
You know his name, Alan. That's right. Yeah. So, but I mean, his replacement
he's ready to go.
His replacement there is just as good. Look at that technique.
I think just filling in while Alan gets himself prepared, gets his suit on. I have seen him this morning. He is in a full checkered suit.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So we'll see him later. Yeah, Alan will be out there, Alan Crook. So
brilliant.
Doing his thing. Let's quickly go to some more adverts, and then when we come back, Ben went and spoke to some riders and teams yesterday, so we'll get back to that. If we got time, I think we're about to go racing, actually, the Evo racing. So
first race.
Let's just see. We got time to quickly squeeze in one advert, so let's put one of them in because obviously these people help support us and do what we do. When we come back, we are going racing here at the VMXdN 2023 with the first race, which is the Evo Plus 97-02. Any age rider who is brave enough.
Here we go then, guys. So, we are soon to be underway with the first race of the weekend. So, this is Evo Plus, as Jeff said, then any age of rider, no limits on that side of it. And we're going from 1997 to 2002. Some of the star names in this one. Well, Josh Spinks was our winner in this class last year. But I think he's just concentrating on the... no, he's actually not with us at all this weekend. So, Josh Spinks is... not out there at the moment. We've just got, there's a legendary commentator there, Roger Warren with Paul Hardy trackside. They are starting to whip the crowd up already, and we're starting to hear the hooters come through. So yeah, we've got Jake Shipton riding number 731, his standard number, career number if you like there. He was a second overall last year, and he is out there this year. But he's got Todd Kellett out there to show some serious competition. And yeah, Todd was enjoying himself in practice this morning. He's one of the first riders out on the circuit, as he normally is, Mr. Keane, and he was straight out there and immediately whipping it around, styling it for the crowd, looking at the supporters, pointing to people in the crowd, as well as getting some serious speed on. So yeah, Todd certainly enjoying the atmosphere already here. Jaden Ashwell as well, coming across from Zimbabwe. Good to see him out there, although he's a regular in the British Championship. Of course, he is originally from the African country there. Aaron Patstone also coming through from Nemerton Spa. He's a good, solid, expert campaigner. And Dave Willett is out there as well, one of our, the organisers there of the Two-Stroke Festival. He loves a bit of premix. So, yeah, looking to see some of the early stars coming through. There is somebody called Ryan Hughes in the lineup. That is not the Rhino that we know. There's the atmosphere. Somebody getting pumped up.
I'm on telly. I might say you're never too young to get yourself on telly.
Oh dear, I'm not sure if that coat, S. Briggs coat is one he's bought or if he's part of the team. Either way, it's good to see Team Latvia here. They've got some great support. As always, I don't know what they do, Latvia. They always seem to bring the supporters and the flags wherever you go. I've been Toisenthal and Lommel and Erne, and you always see a big Latvian contingent. So yeah, great to see the passion for the racing from the Baltic country. But yeah, we really are lining up for this one. Last year, like I say, Josh Spinks won it ahead of Jake Shipton and Alex Snow in this class. Scott Probert is back out there on the number 2 500 Honda. Although actually he's in a different class there. We were just working through. Yeah, Scott Probert was there 5th last year. And we've also got Bart van Dolmen, the Dutchman, who is out there on the number 4 machine. But yeah, in Evo Plus, we got Ross Sturmey, Ryan Hughes that isn't Ryan Hughes that we know. Marcus Alba is also a fast rider. Chris McGill on a beautiful Honda 250 that we saw there with the Jeremy McGrath style graphics going on. We've got Ben Prosser out there, who's part of the Prosser dynasty there from Herefordshire. Chad Prosser also out there, not sure if that's the same family or not. Mark van der Meerden coming across again from the Netherlands. And they're lining up. So these machines, yeah, some beautifully turned out machines you see there, yeah, from 97 to 2002. So that's when the 97 from when the first aluminium frame started to appear on Japanese production motorbikes. So that's hence that's where the distinction lies between Super Evo and Evo Plus.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute ripper. The guys probably already are over there. Their first out, so it's going to be quite a privilege for them. I should imagine there's a lot of riders that are going to be lining up behind that start gate that have ridden for a long time and have got a lot of experience. Some of them obviously former GP racers, others not. But the point is a lot of them have all got a lot of experience. But they'll be feeling nervous. They will be. You know, first race, big event, riding in front of a big crowd. We've got the rain coming down now, which is not cool. Good for the track. Very good for the track. I'll say that we could do a bit of rain on the track. But obviously this is not what we want. As you can see the crowd running for cover. That is one advantage of being a TV commentator. Yes. We get to stay in the dry, which is when it rains, great. When it's brilliant atmosphere and it's sun is shining, we go, wish we were out there.
I've done my fair share
and then
of
it flips
standing
around
in
when
the
it
rain,
rains and we're like, we're glad we're in here. So yeah, we're just waiting for the start of this opening moto. Here they come into the line. There you go. That is not Justin Barr's shirt of yesteryear lined up on the gate. That is actually him printed on the side of the start box, by the way, if you're wondering, like, why?
It's printed on all 3 sides of that box as well, so you can get the front angle and the side angle. That's why the 51, if you can make that out, is actually in mirror effect, because it's the right way around on the other side as they went into the line. So, yeah, Kellett was the fastest in qualification. Yes. He's heading down there, and then we've got, the 731 of Jake Shipton as well.
I take that back, actually. There you go. Kellett is riding that bike. So Revs has been very generous, letting him ride it back to back.
I hope he's topped the fuel up.
So I suppose, actually, if you think about it, you don't want to be swapping and changing bikes. You haven't got the time to anyway. So Todd will be in this race and then come straight back out for the Wrights engineering race. There's Jake Shipton, gone all retro with the No Fear.
Yeah, brilliant.
Printed kit.
The beautiful SC Sport Home Husqvarna there, the number 15 rider Maxime Sott. Or is it So? Maxime sounds like a French name to me. S-O-T, So. So, yeah, in Evo Plus qualifying here, Todd Kellett was your fastest rider. Number 5, Ash Cottrell was actually second, with Jake Shipton third. And then Maxime So, as I'm going to call him from here on in. Jonathan Roderick Evans was right up behind Kellett on track as one of the first riders on circuit there. Aaron Patstone was up there in 6th place, number 44. Although he normally rides number 150, so he's showing 44 on my screens anyway, because number 44... Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Some of these names and numbers are a bit random. The transponders don't always line up to what we see in the mix here. Jimmy Margetson is out there. He was 8th fastest. Alfie Calvert got a good performance in as well, in 10th place. And yeah, Dave Willett actually qualified 12th, so not bad going at all for him. Rob Shuttleworth, 20th. It's another decent centre rider. And yeah, we had 44 riders in qualifying, so that's a full lineup there, Jeff.
Yeah, as we said, it's been stacked out. I mean, just trying to get into this event, it's, you know, you've got to get in there early. It's almost like the kind of Glastonbury vibe.
Yeah, it really is.
Really like,
it does feel like a festival.
I got in. You know, there's that many people on a waiting list, reserve list. No doubt every year it's going to be the same. Be interesting to see where the team go with this going forward. Obviously, it's going to grow. Almost, we've run out of space here already, virtually. The fields are rammed. They had to get extra fields this year. 2 extra fields. They're now rammed.
Yes, yep.
So, unless we actually speak to the, Swindon Council and just say, can we actually just take over Swindon for a weekend?
I think we did. I think we're kind of doing that already. I mean, yeah, I have seen some of the organisers literally sort of like shaking their head and whispering to me, never again, never again. But I mean, you're always going to get that right in the middle of a weekend like this. And then, after it, you're like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. So,
last night, Steve Maffez on his pulp show was basically trying to squeeze Wobbs. Like, come on, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to just keep it at 1? Are you going to go more? Wobbs said there are plans in the pipeline. Wouldn't say any more than that. So I mean, it's just huge. I said it's the biggest event arguably in the UK right now. So here we go. We are going racing. VMXdN. Great ring to it, that is. Foxhill 2023.
Here we go.
Stepping back to the 90s. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's getting nervous time. 5-second board. The heads go down. And the Evo Plus class is go! Off the launch, and again those inside gates so preferable. Of course, it's Kellett up the inside
line, but he's going to run it wide, but he's still in a good spot.
Yeah, and I think that's it's Maxime So there, and I believe that's a 500. You can see the familiar shape there of the 1989 model 500 Honda that stayed as that model.
Oh, is that is that Grimshaw there, number 61?
Yes, I think Andy Mitchell. Yes.
So used to seeing Tom, in that race number. Oh, somebody's just basically bullet-headed themselves into the upper. It's technical, and now actually with the rain coming down, it's good for the track, but initially it's going to make it very slippery. Give it 2 or 3 laps for the guys to turn the soil over, and it will start to come tacky. But right now, it's not going to be so good. We just got at the minute we don't have too many cameras up around the other side. We've got a few technical issues. Here we go, we're trying to zoom in around to them now. There's a few of the stragglers coming in off the gate. So as soon as we can pick them up on, you'll see them on camera too. Here we go, right, Kellett making some early moves. Todd Kellett getting absolutely roosted with dirt. Most people would take offense to that. He actually just uses it as fuel. he probably rides, Kellett probably rides with his mouth open.
Yeah, he's got one of those converters like they're using Back to the Future where you put rubbish in and it just gets more power. Yeah, he just gets stuck in.
When he does a beach race, he probably takes home about 2 kilos of sand in his belly.
Yeah, incredible. If you ever want to enjoy a bit of drone footage, I think the best drone footage I've ever seen was of Todd Kellett at the Western Beach Race last year, where somebody followed him going through the pack. Now, this is the new section, so they turn right here. Instead of going along the valley, they turn up into the valley, take this savage left-hander. That's a very sharp drop coming back down from there, and this little jump comes back, and then they rejoin the circuit further along. So they basically navigate around what was the middle tabletop there in previous years. And, various reasons for that. Bringing them up closer to the audience is one of them. And that section of circuit was also part of the original layout here at Foxhill when they first ran top-level racing here in the late 80s, before even the Grand Prix started running here. So, Maxime So, though, proving not to be a pushover for Mr. Kellett. And, Todd used to dealing with Frenchmen, of course, with his exploits in the French Sand Racing Championship that he became the master of, and obviously achieved what was a lifelong dream for him to win the 2K Peak Race at the start of the year. And this looks like yellow flags being waved.
Oh,
so
not cool. We're off to a good start.
We're talking about a red flag situation then, I guess, because yellow flags don't usually mean go back down the starting gate. But there it is. There is the red flag being waved. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, we
okay,
not seen the action.
Not
why.
a great start. So what this means, obviously, there will be a delay, no doubt about it. We'll just stick with it a minute before we sign off and we're going to go to the adverts and stuff in a minute. We'll try and find out what's going on for you out there on track. That could possibly be weather conditions catching a rider out. As I said on the opening lap, it will make it very slippery, that downpour, until actually the soil gets turned over. So maybe somebody's just lit it up a bit too early, high-sided, and throw themselves down the track. In the meantime, we're going to go to some adverts, and we'll try and find out what's going on and come back to you with more information soon. Unfortunate, but still a long way to go. A lot of racing. We're still going to be going with it. We'll be covering all the races. Many of there are today. We'll be live streaming them, so don't worry about that.
Yep.
Maybe time for another brew. By the time this production's finished, you'd have probably taken on about 45 gallons of tea or coffee. So don't worry.
18 motos today and 18 motos tomorrow. Yeah, 2 blocks of 9 racing per day, and the overall winner decided from the 4 results. Although with the team races, with the 3 riders generating between them 12 results, the best 11 will count towards the overall team competition. So that's how it's working out there. We did see the ambulance make its way along the start straight, so I presume that's heading towards the hill section of the circuit, because they've got this sort of L-shaped, kind of Y-shaped valley almost, with the main valley that you can see on screen here, then veering off to the right, and where the massive up and down hill section is. So that appears to be where the problem is.
Well, there you go. British summertime. It's special, British summer. You have to be prepared with an umbrella because you're going to use it. You're either going to be blazing hot and burning up, changing your skin colour to a lobster, or you're going to be stood under it to avoid the rain. And that is exactly what people are using it for right now. Unfortunately, we've got some showers sweeping through here at Foxhill Motor Park. But we are going racing again pretty soon. Look at the die-hard fans out there because they've been waiting for a long time to come out to this event. And there's no amount of liquid sunshine is going to dampen the spirit here at Foxhill. So we are getting the Evo Plus race stacked and re-racked. The 97 to 02 any age rider. That's the first motor. That one was red flagged after an incident on the first corner, which we didn't catch on our cameras. I don't know who the rider is. He has now been safely attended and is now back up on his feet. So that's good. You can see the healthy crowd here. Just basically the effort that's gone into this event. The ice cream man is going to have to work hard to start getting people on the go. So we're just spinning around. We're going to go back to the start line. There they go. They're all queued up, stacked and racked, re-racked. So I think there was a slight issue with the entry, with the information that we've been given. Obviously, a lot of late entries, swapping and changing around of riders, by the way. So, yeah, we were just looking at it. And Maxime Sott, we said, was the rider out leading. But we now are led to believe that is actually a late-minute replacement. And that is actually Evgeny Bobryshev. So we're just getting confirmation on that. So apologies, but that's just the information we've been given in front of us. So we're just going to confirm that is a rider change, and that is Evgeny Bobryshev. That would probably explain why he had the whole shot and he led Todd Kellett for a lap, because I have to say I've never really heard much of a Maxime Sott before. So I was thinking, do you know what? He's doing well to stay in front of Todd Kellett for a lap. So that probably is. It looks like Bobby. I've got to say, he's in Holman kit. Yeah. He's riding the Ethan goggles. So, yeah, that was Bobryshev. So, a lot, you know. And the gate is about to go down here on the restart. So, Evgeny gets another great start. But this time, Kellett's got the muscle on him. But he's going to turn tighter this time. As is number 5, Ash Cotterill. So, Ash Cotterill leading some of the big guns. And Evgeny's there right away on that big 5-0. And Shipton's made a better start as well.
Oh.
Squeezing Bobryshev. And here comes Kellett.
Beautiful.
Game on.
Wow, and amazing to see Evgeny Bobryshev on a big 500 Honda. And Kellett shows the rush from the outside of the corner as well now. More Collins on the start line there. 5:54, Jamie Knight just hitting the floor. And another Yamaha rider there picking it up, number 61. Again, Andy Mitchell, who's had his share of screen time this morning.
Yeah, he's had two first corner crashes, hasn't he?
Oh, nightmarish. So, yeah, the rider that went down there, did you say it there, Jeff, while I was out? 97, Christopher Millier was the rider down there. He walked into the ambulance, and, yeah, he's perfectly okay. So Bobryshev, it is battling there with everybody else. But, yeah, you can see Cotterill leading the way on the number 5 Honda.
You can see, Ben, how slick it was on that corner.
Yeah, they were
slightly off
around.
camera as well, but you could see how difficult it was to roll that power on. 4 strokes, of course, would deal with it a bit better, but we're talking 2 strokes here.
Absolutely. Kellett is attacking Cotterill at the front end there, and it looks like Bobryshev has repaid Shipton the favour.
Oh, look at this. That gives you some perspective as they launch down those hills. It just some perspective, but not a true perspective. You have to come to Foxhill and stand at one of those hills and go, "You're kidding me." They launch down there and land there.
Absolutely.
Yes, they do.
And one of the brilliant developments for this year's evolution of the VMXdN 2023 is that far section is now open to spectators, so you can actually get close to the top of those hills.
Oh!
Big collision!
Comes in hot. There's going to be a scrap there.
It's Bobby and Kellett together.
Oh, no. Like, are they... Wow.
Wow, and there were some choice words between those two, I'm sure. But wow, what a catch there. Todd just rips the back end around there and gives Bobby a faceful as he leaves. And wow, and of course, yeah, Bobryshev looking for the electric starter, but he's got to reach down to the right of his bike and find a Kickstarter.
Ross Sturmy just give... Look, I'll tell you what, mate, I'll give you a bump start. Good old Sturminator coming in. Trust Ross Sturmy to get in the action.
Oh dear,
oh dear. Brilliant stuff.
Meanwhile, Cotterill out in front, loving life on the number 5 Honda, absolutely in control of this at the moment, so that would leave Shipton in second place.
what did we say about the racing is going to be good? It is going to be good. Incident straight away. It shows you where Todd Kellett's mindset's at. He wants to win, and he literally just squared up to Evgeny Bobashev, and he didn't care about who he is. The big Russian just squared him up in the face. Like, what the hell was that, man? It looked like Bobby came in hot down the inside, didn't it?
Well, we've got a few more program issues here, I'm afraid, Jeff, because on the timing screen it's showing number 5 as actually being Graham Irwin, so it's GI that is showing as our race leader. So apologies, everybody, for mislabeling people. We have got the entry lists from earlier in the week there, and in fact even in the program. But there we go, we got things sorted here, as we can find out now that, number 5 is Graham Irwin. He's out in front then with a 3.5 second gap over Jake Shipton. Jimmy Margetson there in 3rd, Jonathan Roger Evans in 4th place, and Brooklyn Evans in 5th. We've also got Lewis Meadows, and Todd has actually recovered already to get up to 7th place, just passing Dave Willett before the start line. So interesting to note there, 16.5 seconds back is Todd Kellett. So in these 5-lap races, he won't have a massive amount of time like he's used to pulling through, but he's used to passing a lot of riders. That's certainly something you could say for Todd Kellett there. So yeah, he'll be trying his best to find his way around his competition and get further back up the field. But in the meantime, former British champion Graham Irwin is making his way out towards the front there.
What a stacked out class.
It's brilliant to see, the likes of Bobashev and Irwin out there.
Bobashev, Irwin, Shipton, Kellett in the very first race of the year. Very first race of the event, that massive, they built up that step up down that into that valley where it goes across where the old reservoir used to be. I'd love to be, I wish I could have seen I just caught the back end of that incident. Didn't quite see it. But it looked like Bobashev just came down that hill hot on the inside.
No, it was Kellett. Kellett went to the
Kellett went to the inside.
It was Kellett that took Bobby out, I'm afraid. Yeah, I got to say that's how it was. Yeah, I did see the end of it, the start of it there. And it's Graham Irwin now, 2017 MX1 British champion. So yeah, it's still fresh in his memory there, winning that for Dave Thorpe's Honda squad as it was then. And we've got Kellett on one of our other cameras there, trying to work his way forward. And so GI getting in his practice, so he's going to get in the 8 motos this weekend, which is I think fair play to them. I mean, the top boys are fit enough to do it. So yeah, like I say, only 5-minute races. They don't take the mickey with the race lengths there. Just proper sprints, giving some proper action, and that's probably long enough for most riders around this circuit anyway. It's just stretched out a little bit there further. 4 seconds clear of Shipton, the number 731 at the moment. Kellett's already up to 3rd, so Todd Kellett is already powering through the pack. He is still 15.6 seconds down on your leader, so that's the gap he's got to fight for. 9 seconds back from Shipton, so that's what he's got to, 11 seconds back from Shipton, so that's what he's got to work with.
The issue, of course, that Todd might have, I'm not saying he will, if there's any damage to that bike, he's still ripping it, of course, so he's going quick on it. He is going to be on that bike coming straight back out for the Right Engineering National race. So if there's any quick repairs that might have to be done, we might have to keep an eye on that. I don't think the bike's overly damaged. He might be riding with a slightly twisted front end, but, they can kick that back into shape if they've got to do that and crack on with it. So the next race is going to be an absolute ripper as well. Looking forward to that. There's Jonathan Roderick Evans we saw on screen for a little while there. You can see if it doesn't, and here's the big if with the British summertime, if it doesn't rain heavy again, that, although it made it difficult for this first race and maybe the second race, that would have done the track wonders.
Yes, for sure.
Wonders. It's going to, as it starts to tack up, it's going to open up new lines, and just basically we'll have a better racetrack for that. So we're just, as I said, we're getting ready. So just to give you again, the viewers at home, wherever you are in the world, this is the Evo Plus 997-02 race, the opening moto. The second race will be the Right Engineering National race, where that's basically a team race, 3 riders representing within one race. So that's awesome. So it's not like the Motocross of Nations, as it were, where you have 2 riders in separate races. We're all in one race.
Same
so
as it
that's going to be awesome.
Then
we're going to have the Evo 125, then the Evo Ultra, Evo Open 30, Super Evo, lots of Evos.
Evo is going to be the most said word perhaps here, and then we've got Shipton sort of narrowly closing in, I think, the last time they came through the camera shot there. Here is Graham Irwin looking to start the 4th lap as he's completed 3, and so Shipton was 4 seconds back before the previous one. The track, as Jeff said there, it's still trying to bed in trying to make sure. So he's closed in slightly there, 3.5 seconds now, so slightly faster that gap, that lap from Jake Shipton. They're getting around at about 2 minutes 27, 28, 29, but 2 minutes 23 from Todd Kellett. So Kellett is ripping round there now. He's only 4 seconds off of Shipton and 7 seconds off of the leader. That's under half of what it was. So that's amazing progress there from Kellett, certainly showing his speed. We've yet to see Bobryshev through the line on this lap. But he came round last time in 28th place, so Evgeny took longer to get that big 500 fired back up than Kellett did his little 250 Yamaha.
Yeah, and remember, Kellett, by the way, is used to riding for hours.
And hours on end.
So if you don't think that he can go the distance for like a 5-6 lap dash, trust me, he will be ripping all weekend. He might be doubling up on races, but that is a walk in the park for somebody as fit as Todd Kellett.
Yeah, and he probably is doubling up because he's straight back out in the next race as well.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
that's what I said about his bike. You know,
Yeah.
hopefully there's no damage to it. He's making it go again at the minute, but obviously it's the red mist is down and whatever.
Yeah.
But he might have slightly tweaked bars or steering that they after that get together with Bobryshev that they might have to sort out when he comes in. So. Let's see what happens with that. There he is, the race. Oh, yeah, see,
nice, kicking the side out.
I actually think he meant that. I don't think that was a. I don't think he spun out up there. There's the now famous VMXdN sign.
Yes.
Oh, Hollywood style.
Such a massive launch down that hill there, and then this one is, I mean, how far they jump, that is the steepest one. I mean,
it's short.
Steep is going to be said almost as much as the word Evo this weekend,
yeah.
And that is an absolute drop. Here down there, the new section, so there's a very sharp drop just there where that rider just went through. Kellett's hunting him down.
All over the back of Jake Shipton. Kellett right there in second and third, chasing down Jake Shipton just behind the race leader. We'll pick up on him.
Yeah, we've got a different number 5 in our screens right now, guys. That's not the number 5 we want. I'm guessing that is Ash Cottrell, but so we've got 2 number 5s out there. This is something we face now in modern days, of course. We can see different people on our screens here. Aaron Patstone's riding nicely. He's another one that's going back-to-back racing. He's going straight back out in the right national team race straight after this. He's currently lying in 5th place. Jonathan Roderick Evans there in 4th, and Kellett's got past Shipton. So Kellett is now through, 5.5 seconds shy of Graham Irwin on the final lap. So is Todd going to be able to haul in that speed? He was about 5 seconds faster on the last circulation. So if he matches that, he's going to reach Irwin right on the last corner.
Well, there was our race leader in shot. We're going back to some of that. We're going to obviously try and give as much love to all riders as we can. There's some good battling going on here. Rider number 9, Rob Shuttleworth, having a good old dice. He's got Bobryshev fighting. You don't want Bobby behind you, 1 lap to go. You don't want an angry Bobby behind you, ever.
And Bobby crossed the line 18th, and Shuttleworth was 13th at the end of that lap. So, he's definitely already closing up the 5 positions between them. So, I'm saying he's probably likely to end up in the top 10 at the end of this lap even.
Okay,
so
we're going to try and pick up some of the guys on the other part of the track. Our race leaders are somewhere over there on the hills. That's we've got 2 number 5s out there, which is probably not helping our cameramen or us.
And they're both on Hondas.
We're looking for, all due respect, we're looking for the faster number 5. I think that is Ash Cottrell. We were calling him as the race leader early on.
Yeah, that's
so. Like I said, a bit of a double up on numbers, which is not doing us any favours. There's Paul. So we're trying to find him.
Yeah,
there was our race leader whipping through the screen.
And there's Kellett chasing him up the hill. So
Todd Kellett is closing in, but he's going to run out of real estate.
I don't think he is. I think he's got him. I mean, he was 5 seconds faster last time round.
Because they're on the last lap, right?
Yeah, and with the added incentive that Irwin is right there in front of him. You can see him just about. He's launched out of his vision there.
I can't believe he'd do that from there. With the amount of circuit we got left to run, I think that's a stretch too far for Todd Kellett. Listen, he's going to be right on his wheel at the flag.
It really is. It's going to be.
I can't see him getting it done. Trying to follow these guys. That's, like I said, the wrong number. There's Alan now in his checkered flag suit, ready to drop the flag.
Good to see.
So, unfortunately, we're following the wrong number 5 at the minute. That's not helping our cameraman. We've got 2 number 5s
right at the far end
there.
of the track there. Going to be. We definitely want to see this last corner shot if we can, guys. Since that's the big one, because I sense that Kellett is going to have him.
Well, they're going to be over the line soon, and we might miss it, unfortunately. Trying to get the comms out to our cameraman to pick up the other number 5.
So, yeah, he's at the far end of the track. Anybody at the far end of the track, that's the camera shot we want. And they just crossed the line together there. And Irwin did it. Graham Irwin did it. 1.8 seconds ahead of Kellett. Shipton there, that was just crossing the line. Amazingly, 12 seconds back after being passed by Kellett in the previous lap. So that's the speed of Todd Kellett. But, yeah, Graham Irwin took the win there from Todd Kellett by 1.8 seconds. And, yeah, Shipton third. Looks like Aaron Patstone might be holding on to fourth. We'll see how they go. We've got Bobryshev in shot, the number 15. He's just worked his way past Jake Winner, the 222, with the beautiful camel bib there, nice and proud and visible. And it looks like there that Bobryshev is working on Alfie Calvert, which would mean he is already into the top 10. Across the line goes Patstone in fourth, Jonathan Roderick Evans in fifth, Lewis Meadows in sixth place, crosses the line now. And whereabouts is Bobby? We see the finish line shot there, and Bobryshev just moved in there, and wow, Willett was 7th and Bobryshev 8th. He just got past Calvert, and they come across the line just 2.27 of a second apart. So Bobryshev recovering to 8th spot. Pretty decent racing there from the Russians. So great work all round for the riders, and this Evo Plus class delivering a nice opening race.
Yeah, good stuff. We're going to go to a very quick advert before we get to this next race, which will going to be an absolute belter. The Wright Engineering National Race is coming up next. But before then, a quick advert. We'll be back shortly. Right then, here we go. The Wrights Engineering. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be very good. There's some very notable names in this. Let's go from the top. Riding for the Stuart Briggs commercial team, we have rider number 1, Matt Bayliss. His teammate, or one of his teammates, is number 2, Stu Edmonds. 2 notable names straight away. Jim Davis is rounding up that team. Kellett is there chatting to his mates like he's wired, he's amped. Going into the SR75 Tri-Water Suzuki team, Carl Nunn represents them, rider number 4. We're hoping that he's out there. He might not be, because he might be concentrating on just one moto, the other race that he's in. We've got Ben Harrison, rider number 5. Ben Millwood, rider number 6. Then we've got the North of England team. That's rider number 7, Lee Holland. John Butler is rider number 8, and then number 9 is Richard Mason. On to the Stolen Brand team. They're going to be starting as some definite favourites. The rider number 10 is Dylan Woodcock. Christian Watley, number 11. Todd Kellett, number 12. So look out for them. Then we've got Munster Energy, loving it. Number 13, Finn Wilson. 14 is Aidan McDonald. Then we've got Stephen Mullany, is number 15. The Drink Generate Store 144, they've got some effort going into it as well. So these guys will be contenders. You've got number 16, Stephen Clark. 17 is Gordon Crockard.
Nice. 18
is Scott Probert. So some serious talent there. JMR 101 team, obviously in memory of Jude Morris. Hell of a team here as well. These are definite contenders. Sam Nunn, number 19. Liam Garland, number 20. Tom Grimshaw, 21. Wow.
Yeah, it gets tastier as well. I mean, if you
Doesn't
work
it?
down through, I mean, yeah, obviously we've got the Michelin MX Nationals there that we cover here, also on DirtWorld-TV, and two of the top contenders in that championship are actually on the same team, the Stafford Van Sales RHR team. It would have been three of those championship contenders together, but Taylor Hamill not able to compete simply because, he was down to ride another bike. So
they're actually, Ben, they're riders number, we've got Charlie Heyman will be rider number 37, replacing Taylor Hamill. Then we've got Charlie Cole, 38, Carlton Husband, 39. What a team that is.
And I saw those bikes last night. Sorry to cut in, Jeff, but they are on Team Winfield Kawasaki replica machines. They look gorgeous in that flame style effect. You can just about make out one of them there in shot.
They've made a great effort. We've also got the Pico Factory Veterans team. Riders 46 through to 48. 46 is Matt Burrows, Jamie Law 47, Martin Barr 48.
Yes.
There's other teams to mention. We've got the Ultimate Wheels team, Brad Todd, Cody Williams, Louis Kessel, DirtWorks. Here we go. Anyway, it's gate drop. Ben's still doing his homework. This is it. The Stolen Boys up the inside. And then you've got the Stafford Van Sales team was right in there as well.
Yeah, it's Kellett with the whole shot. He was fastest in qualifying by a second and a bit from Grimshaw, then none. And it is currently Kellett in front with the number 43 attacking him there. Shane Holmes, the old schoolboy master. And number 16 is down in the first corner there. Stephen Clark on that 500 Honda. So he's dropped it there. Sam Nunn is right up there in the top three. I noticed the number 19 as well. The two Stafford Van Sales boys are together.
They're in there as well, but the Jude Morris Racing team made a good start as well. There's Dylan Woodcock cruising round, so I'm not sure if he's got an issue off the bat. Didn't see Christian Watley in there as well, but it's good so far for the Stolen brand because Todd Kellett leads the way. We get these all guys sorted out when they cross the line. We get the top 10 up with you. There's somebody pushing his bike back from the other race.
I was going to see a bit of that this weekend. All in one shot there with the madness up the hill there. Kellett starting to pull away already, and looks like Grimshaw there trying to work his way past Shane Holmes. Shane, a very fast racer in his day from the Welsh area. So yeah, he is certainly showing his chops at the moment with a great start there. And Kellett working his way out in front, but they're starting to queue up behind Holmes. It's Sam Nunn that's just made the move there. The number 19 is just cut across Holmes for second place, and it looks like the familiar star of Tom Grimshaw is up in the fourth spot. An all-white bike there in fifth. Bear with us as we get used to these unfamiliar colours and even numbers as well. It's a job to pick them out there.
Yeah, we've got obviously a bunch of new riders, not new, faces that we know and well, but using, like Ben said, different kit, different bikes, different numbers. So we'll do our best to do it as we can, but we can clearly identify Todd Kellett.
Oh, but Nunn's hauling him in though. Yeah.
So it's been a good start here for the Jude Morris Racing 101 team. They are at the minute, they've got a rider in second, they've got a rider in fourth.
Yes, absolutely. So we look for their teammate there, Liam Garland, to see where he is in the pack. In fact, that might have been him behind him because he's on that all-white Yamaha, isn't he? He's got that same sort of livery as the new old look YZs are. Nice to see these top corners, great footage, guys. So yeah, that's brilliant. We'll hang on to this shot if we can for the end of the race. Thank you. That's wonderful to see. And Nunn trying to close in on Kellett, but it is Kellett in front. He was your fastest qualifier ahead of Grimshaw and Nunn, and those three guys are looking to show their speed. Stephen Clark will be annoyed that he's down in that first corner because he was fourth in qualifying. So, we'll look to see if he can pour through with his speed.
Ben, look at the number of people that we've got lining the circuit. I mean...
it's great, isn't it? It's just brilliant. It's Grand Prix day again, isn't it? It's those days again. It's wonderful.
British motocross is... As
it's
I said,
still alive.
There's loads of people out there doing it, and it feels like they've all come to this one weekend.
Yeah, Kellett in none. It's actually Luke Burton that's up there in third place. So that is Luke Burton riding for DirtWorks. No, wrong one. Sorry, my mistake. Luke Burton is riding for number 43.
He had a last-minute switch around.
Yeah, Team Brenron. So yeah, that's Luke Burton, number 43, who had the good start. It's not Shane Holmes. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, we had a few changes last minute. I managed to catch up with one of them, but not obviously all of them.
Just saw Liam Garland, I think, whip it sideways through the camera. Good to see Liam back racing. Of course, he's the third member of the Jude Morris Racing team. So
it's Garland in fourth and not Grimshaw. My mistake. I do apologise there. Grimshaw's actually 16th, so he's currently bringing up the rear for that team. But yeah, he should move forward. He's got Harry Bradley, Stu Edmonds in 14th, Jamie Wainwright there in 13th place, who's held the red plate in the Michelin MX Nationals MX2 class this year. So really top riders showing their chops here. It's really good to see these guys in action.
Yeah, there's number 19 going down the hill there. That was Sam Nunn in second. That is Garland. Yeah, I'm sure we saw the lanky figure of Tom Grimshaw in there, but It says not, unless inadvertently.
He might have dropped it, yeah.
Well, here's
Yeah.
another thing to consider. In the madness of getting ready for the race, they might have the wrong transponder on the wrong bike. It has been known. It has been known.
Oh my lord, that's highly probable actually. Yeah, let's
absolutely.
see a
you
shot
know.
and see what
So
you can
we're
see.
obviously seeing the transponder time. So
be
let's
21
get
on
them
the
up.
bike,
This is
that's the
how
main
it
thing.
was on the opening lap across the stripe. That's where they sat, the top 10, when they crossed the line on the opening lap. So that gives you an idea. Look at the names in that.
Yuri Kessel in
That's
sixth.
just all highly recognisable current
really
British
is, yeah.
Championship riders at an Evo event.
So two teams got their riders absolutely together, and Kessel and Todd for the Ultimate Wheels team,
Yeah.
and Charlie Cole and Carlton Husband together there for the Stafford Van Sales RHR crew. And yeah, great to see Sam Nunn. He had a good weekend here last year. He won the Evo Ultra class on that Cab Screens Crescent Yamaha. Riding for one of the top teams in the UK, of course, and we wish the best to his erstwhile teammate there. Harry Kulis is racing the AMA National again today out there at Indiana. They're in Ironman, aren't they, I believe? So yeah, it'd be great to see what Harry can do out there after posting some top results in the previous two AMA Nationals. But meanwhile, Sam Nunn enjoying some Wiltshire clay here this weekend, and still up there, number 43. So Luke Burton is in a good, solid second place at the moment. So we've looks like we've lost Kellett then in that sense, or has Kellett gone through and I've not noticed him?
So what we are noticing on the first lap, I haven't seen Christian Watley for the Stolen team way down at 34, and Dylan Woodcock looked like he had a problem. I spotted that on the first lap because he was almost pouring as he came down that little up-down section before they had the run down through the valley. He's not over the line yet at all, so not a good start for those guys. I think potentially he might have had a bike issue or something.
Yeah.
Because, you know, to be touring straight off the bat, you know, on the opening lap, so not good for those guys there then.
It is Kellett still out in front there. He heads back up these Wiltshire hills, and yeah, it's actually lap 7 for Kellett in terms of racing. He's gone straight out into the next race, and yeah, he's showing great style out there in front. But entertaining to see some of the names together there on track. We've got Gordon Crockard, 26th, Charlie Heyman, 28th. Gordon Crockard won 4 Grand Prix before Charlie Heyman was even born. So that's the sort of level of competition we've got here. I haven't actually seen Carl Nunn in the scores either. So
no,
perhaps
I don't think Carl
yeah.
went out. We spoke to the guys yesterday, and he's also committed to another race, and Carl just feels that doing 2 would have been a stretch too far. So
yeah, he's not raced that much in recent years there. He did make an appearance at the British Championship round at Ling, where they had a veterans invitation race, and Carl Nunn was there, and he struggled a bit. He was 4th in one of the motos, but yeah, then later in the day he did sort of tail off a little bit. Now getting a good scrap there in one of the positions. We can see the Ultimate Wheels Honda crew are wearing camel style bibs, the bright yellow bibs that were so iconic in the 80s there, and they've got some wonderful touches.
Who was that going? I think that was Scott Probert maybe going off track. I think it might have been. I could have been wrong with that. Trying to identify them. There's none of the Sam variety, not
Sam,
Carl.
yes, yeah, they're not related, although Carl has helped Sam out through his career. They launched down that sky shot downhill jump, which launched them back into the valley. But yeah, Kellett is out front, just in front of Nunn, who we've got here in shot. And then just coming through behind him in 3rd place now.
Over the bars there, but he wasn't. Yeah, it's a good ride.
That is Garland, I believe. Yeah, that looked like more like Garland's riding style
Yeah,
than
that was
Grimshaw.
definitely Luke Burton there as well, number 43, chasing him down. So a tightly fought battle further down. There's Grimshaw with the black crash helmet. That's definitely Tom there.
Yeah, he went through the line last lap around. Yeah, he definitely had an issue because he was higher up than that. I know I wasn't imagining that. And he's currently in 12th place, just ahead of Stephen Clark. So
He's moving up, yeah.
Clark has got by well, although is that Clarky down on the floor that's there?
No, I don't think it is.
500 Honda down.
Stephen's moved up well as well. Another rider on the rise is Liam Knight, number 41, representing Dirtworks. He is moving on up. As is Garland now, up to 3rd, as you mentioned, past Luke Burton. So this is a good opening moto for the Jude Morris Racing 101 squad. They have riders in 2nd, 3rd, and currently 12th. But Tom Grimshaw on the move.
Yeah,
that's a solid start for those guys.
Yeah, the 3 riders will generate 12 results between them over the 4 motos, and yeah, the best 11 will count, so they do have to lose 1 result. So Grimshaw at the moment would be wanting to drop his 12th place, and if he can stay top 10 for the whole weekend alongside Sam and Liam, then yeah, that team really is looking in good shape. Josh Coleman there currently in 5th place, so he's riding nicely, the number 40 on the Dirtworks squad, and then yeah, we've got Brad Todd and Louis Kessel 6th and 7th, the 2 teammates. Liam Knight has moved up to 8th place on the number 41 machine. So he's actually standing in for Dan Thornhill. I thought I saw Liam in the paddock, but I didn't realise he was racing. So yeah, he's actually standing in there for Dan Thornhill. I think Dan picked up an injury, and he is, Knight doing very well. So Dirtworks have also got 2 riders within the top 10 there. Jamie Law 9th, Charlie Cole up there in 10th ahead of his teammate Carlton Husband.
I love seeing Todd Kellett ride. There's many reasons for that. Obviously, I worked with Todd from a very young age. He was one of the first riders we signed when I was managing Team Green back in the day. I also had him on my own team prior to that, Twisted 7, so worked with him. Basically, I saw him ride at Rocket World, which is a track down in Somerset, in the absolute driving rain. Nobody else wanted to be out on the track. There was this little chunky, chubby kid on an RM85 would just mud plugging, just literally going until he ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
And I thought, no goggles, none of that, just literally charging. And I thought, that kid's got something. Approached him to be on the team, and yeah, there we go, and worked with him for a little bit. So to see Todd's career.
See the tangle there, sorry, yeah, just coming now, that's Liam Knight just kicking over the Honda. So yeah, he had a tangle there with the number 34, Brad Todd. So those 2 riders who were in the top 10, actually running 6th and 7th, they came together there, and there's history between those 2. Because Liam Knight kept the Gabriel KTM ride and Brad Todd had to go and do his own thing. So yeah, I'm sure those 2 will love being tangled up together, especially Brad. I know that yeah, he was definitely after beating what would have been his teammates this season, and he's done a good job of that for the most part. But yeah, out in front we can see, like you say, Todd, he just keeps grinding it out, doesn't he? Quite incredible.
Yeah, going back to him, as I said, he I'm just to see a British rider that's found a way to work his way to the top and earn a living out of the sport, you know, by adapting his career, going, you know, beach racing. He's a 2K winner.
That's
I mean, that's the pinnacle of it, you know. It's just a big thing. Obviously, what was it, 5-time back-to-back Western Beach Race winner now?
Yeah, 5-time, almost back-to-back. I mean, back-to-back in terms of his own appearances. He did this one year, and he wasn't there, obviously, but yeah, he did win the other 5 around that one. So going for the record, that is. So this year he will be going for the record, but he's got his own teammate, Milko Potsek, to race against him. So that is going to be very entertaining. Not cut and dried, that result. You might have thought that Kellett would disappear as he did against Conrad Blues. You've got a good scrap on one of our other screens here. You can see it. The number 34 is racing, and that's Todd and Coleman racing together, and Brad Todd just moving up past the number 40 Dirtworks man. That's Josh Coleman standing in for Jake Shipton, that is, as well. So yeah, more team changes there that we'll try to keep abreast of if we can.
Also got some good stuff going on. Look at them coming down. What a great shot that is. You can see how hard they're on the brakes. Again, doesn't do it justice. If you're wondering what those 2 flag poles are, that's nothing to do with us. That's people, fans that have bought those big extendable flag poles. That's not poor production on our behalf, that we've got cables hanging down in front of our camera. It just so happens that we've got some fans that have come stood in front of the TV tower with these big extendable poles. So that's what they are, as Kellett works his way round on another lap. He must be getting close to the final lap here in the right engineering opening moto.
Yep, it is lap 5. That's happening now. So yeah, Kellett from Nunn from Garland, your top 3. Then Luke Burton there in 4th. Brad Todd moving past Josh Coleman into 5th on that lap, and it looks like Todd is actually starting to work on another one. That's Clark and Husband we just saw splashing through shot together. They're in 9th and 10th place, so great recovery from Clark. And Grimshaw is also now in the top 10 as well. So yeah, the JMR 101 squad notching in 3 top 10 scores at the moment, with Sam Nunn, Liam Garland 2nd and 3rd, and Grimshaw in 8th spot. But yeah, great riding from Stephen Clark. He's just got past Louis Kessel on that lap to move into the top 10. Charlie Cole's dropped to 12th, and Howard Wainwright 13th.
Yeah, I was just trying to pick up on some of the incredibly other battling going on in mid-pack, but there's Sam Nunn in 2nd. So we're going to get it down the hill on the preview. Let's just get him on that. There he is.
Right, engineering, national team race. What a fantastic effort this is to set this race up few riders all together as well. In the mid-pack it is Brad Todd is also attacking Luke Burton for fourth now, so he's caught right up to Burton. There we are on screen, we're seeing it, thank you guys. And yeah, there it is, that's Brad Todd there. So if you can see some footage of that Ultimate Wheels Honda Thunder Road Honda outfit there from Gloucestershire, they do show a great result. Here comes Todd attacking as it nearly got him, not quite, but Todd Kellett crosses the line. So just in one of our other screens there we see it. Here he comes, Todd Kellett just gone through to take the race win, the first one there for the Team Stolen Brand Yamaha squad. They're all on Yamahas, I believe, so yeah, great work there. And Burton is going to get taken on this last corner. Todd goes in, the two riders come in, and they come out in reverse order. So yeah, right on the line there, Brad Todd grabbing fourth place from Luke Burton. Josh Coleman comes across in sixth spot. Garland's come through already in third, so that's a great result for the JMR 101. And has Tom Grimshaw moved forward?
It looks like he's going to get an eighth here, Grimshaw, because Coleman is in for sixth. Liam Knight, who's had a good ride, he's going to get, is he? I think he's going to get
seventh. Yeah,
he's over the line for seventh, I think.
Yes, he is, yeah. Yeah, Grimshaw 8th, Husband 9th, and Stephen Clark 10th. They actually did 6 laps, so whether they're giving these younger riders an extra lap or not, I'm not sure. That might have been a mistake. We did see some of that last year, but yeah, all working their way through. As you can see how close all the pack are coming through there. We just saw number 1 and Matt Bayliss come through quite a ways down in 23rd, in fact. Christian Watley was 21st there for the Stolen Brand.
Yeah, that's some great stuff. That's the majority of certainly the top 20. And we're going to go to a quick advert. We are going to be back afterwards with the Evo 125. Or in old money, if you're English, 125. Okay, I'm going to get carried away with the Americanisms.